Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear educators, here I'm from the government side that this house believes that the practice of meme investing brings more harm than good. So here that this belief that comes from the several reasons because we know that the meme investing is get the unstable one or less stable compared with the crypto coin itself. And then moreover we know that the crypto coin itself in the in this trend that they get decreased. And then we can compare this by with the meme investing itself because that the value of the meme investing itself it depends on the sosmed popularity, and then so it can give the high risk of the investor if they want to have the stock to this market. So that the fact of the popularity lead to unpredicted situation because we know that in the status quo that we know all of the stock that give by the market is they can they can make their they can defend their own value, but in this meme investing they just depend themselves to the sosmed popularity. And then all of this maybe the investor that want to the instant money, so they will just give their instant action without thinking behind. So all of this action will lead to the big loss of the investing, and it can give a big harm from the investor. And then by the government belief that all of the stock that available in the meme stock, it is central in the one owner. So the owner is in the central one. So the risk that will happen, that 1/3% of the stock are keep in few wallets. That may be in the certain of the time that it will make, they will just drop out from that market, and it will make the value is just decrease significantly. And then the biggest investor of this meme, may be because this is a central owner. There is a certain owner that they have a big stock of this meme stock. That's why if they have it, they can manipulate it the value of the stock itself. Because what? Because they know about the flows, they have the source of the stock, and then they can do the transaction in the manipulated way. And like they can give a barrier of the transaction by doing selling, by doing big number of selling of the stock itself. And then we know that how bad this form for the investment, especially for the beginner investor, that for the amateur one, the young maybe the beginner one. So it's so give a big harm, big risk. Because what? Because here that by seeing the news, they will just interested to get the investing in the meme investion. And then without know about the result, without thinking about the effect, they just get they just interest with the popular news on the social media, and then they just follow the trend. They will just invest, and then that will happen. They will get a big loss because what? Because they don't have any knowledge. They have any skill to do investing meme itself. And we know that in the investors there is a short selling. Short selling means that they will just borrow the stock from the other, and then they will just sell this in the high price, and then they will buy this in the lower price. So all of this just a prediction by him. And if the prediction is incorrect, then the result that happen it will get a big loss. So here that the government believe that all of this happen is is not same with the risk. So this is high risk more than the result. And here we know there is still the benefit for investing meme, but it can give big number of benefit, but it's just in very rare situation. Or if the popularity of the meme is so huge, but it will lead to big loss when it is less popular based on the trend happen. So all of this make give the investor, give the people who invest there will just take the big risks and then little little benefit with the little benefit. And how if there is a rebuttal, like it can be done by trial and error or by doing training to master this. Yes, we know, but it's still useless. It's still useless by doing trial and error, because you use your real money. You don't use the like virtual money or etc. Because all of this action in the investigation, it will just give a big big impact for yours. And then if you use your money, and then it will just lost. If you get lost like that. And then we know that if you do the training, like training of the infestation itself, we can we can conclude that you use the virtual money, because if you use the real account without any knowledge, without any skill behind, it will lead you to the big loss, and then it will give so many disadvantage for you. And then this this stock will just make their investor just leave out, and all of this will cause the investigation will just decrease significantly. So all of these factors that make the government believe that the practice of meme investment bring more harm than the good itself, like that. And so we from the government side is give that belief to stop the meme investing, because it can harm the investor itself.